The crypto world is going to change, so hold on to your seats. The Digital Asset Framework Act, a law that would make XRP legal cash, was recently passed by the U.S. House of Representatives in an unexpected move. Yes, that is what you heard. XRP, the cryptocurrency that has generated so much debate, is about to receive formal recognition as a valid payment method. This is not merely a small improvement or another regulation update. This is revolutionary. What precisely transpired then, and what does this signify for Ripple, XRP, and the larger financial system? Let's dissect it. Clause 203 subsection B, which expressly exempts pre-2023 digital assets with utility from securities regulations, is the most significant section of the Digital Asset Framework Act. But why is this important? Well, the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, has been closely monitoring XRP for years, leaving it in a state of legal uncertainty. However, XRP is now free from that regulatory cloud after this measure was passed. The phrase pre-2023 digital assets with utility is crucial in this context. And XRP is the only cryptocurrency that meets that criteria. One of the most well-known court battles in cryptocurrency history has been the SEC's conflict with Ripple, but it appears to be coming to an end. XRP is now a utility token rather than a security. That legal clarity is really important. No more limits, no more uncertainty, and no more fears of legal action. Now that it is a fully regulated digital asset, XRP is prepared for inclusion in the international financial system. Don't assume that this victory is merely a formality. The news has already caused the market to begin responding. Whale activity has sharply increased. Additionally, an incredible 28 million XRP tokens were bought off the exchange in the first hour following the bill's passage. For those who might not know, whales are big holders or institutional investors who, when they decide to move, have the power to significantly alter the market. These substantial purchases serve as an early warning sign that the major market participants are aware of the significant ramifications of this legislation. Furthermore, why wouldn't they? This bill's passage not only stabilizes XRP, but also makes it possible for financial institutions to use it widely. Global payment networks and banking infrastructures will need to adapt when XRP is recognized as legal money. These whales are ensuring that they are in a strong position before the entire impact of this bill is seen throughout the market, as the demand for XRP is expected to soar. Let's examine what transpired with Solana in 2023 to see if this type of legislative clarity may truly affect the market. Solana's price increased by 900% once it was given regulatory approval and started to demonstrate its potential as an institutional-grade asset. As important actors in the financial industry accepted it, institutional investors poured money into it, and its market capitalization skyrocketed. With its newfound legal certainty, XRP may be poised for this kind of growth. This might be the start of a huge market rally, not just another minor hiccup for XRP. The regulatory approval that permitted Solana's institutional adoption was the reason for its price explosion. XRP is currently in the same spot, and if past performance is any indication, we may be in for a comparable price spike. What does this entail for the function of XRP in the larger financial system then? In actuality, XRP has always been designed with this time in mind. The business that created XRP, Ripple, has consistently positioned itself as a payment option for the financial industry of the future. Being just another speculative cryptocurrency was never really the goal of XRP. With the goal of outperforming the existing payment systems, such as SWIFT, in terms of speed, cost, and efficiency, it was created as a bridge currency for cross-border transactions. With the passing of the bill and this new legislative certainty, XRP may finally be able to realize its full potential and serve its function on the international scene. For cross-border payments, Ripple's on-demand liquidity system, or ODL, has already shown itself to be a true game-changer by lowering rates, boosting speed, and generally enhancing transparency. It will be considerably simpler for Ripple to expand its ODL system into more banks, financial institutions, and payment networks, now that XRP is formally acknowledged as a valid asset. Traditional banks will find it much easier to use XRP now that it is legally recognized, incorporating it furthermore into international financial systems. What about XRP's price then? Given the court ruling and the market's response to this measure, a significant price increase is most likely in store. Although XRP has always been useful, it now has the corresponding regulatory clarity. It's obvious that institutional investors are waiting to invest. Additionally, XRP's price may increase exponentially as more financial services begin to use it. Bitcoin ETFs are a noteworthy example of a comparison. The market experienced a 120% price spike following the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. For XRP, the similar type of catalyst can be at work. The price of XRP may soar as more and more institutional investors pour money into it. With XRP at the forefront, the market is ready for a significant breakout. The United States is not the only country to benefit from XRP's triumph. It affects the entire world. XRP is already in use in Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia, where it lowers transaction costs and friction while facilitating cross-border payments. XRP will have even more space to expand internationally with this new legal status, integrating into additional financial systems and emerging as a significant player in the world economy. More governments and central banks may start incorporating XRP into their payment systems as Ripple's technology gains traction. With the increased regulatory certainty in the US, XRP is in an even better position to grow. Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL, has already been tried and proved in a number of areas. As a result, XRP may someday replace more antiquated, costly, and slower technologies as the worldwide standard for cross-border payments. This bill's passage and the ensuing whale activity are only the first steps. What comes next is the true question. XRP will soon be included into the traditional financial system. It is poised to transcend the realm of cryptocurrency and into practical applications that have the potential to fundamentally alter the global financial system. The Digital Asset Framework Act's approval has put XRP in a position to grow rapidly. The demand for XRP will keep growing as Ripple broadens its alliances with governments and financial institutions. Additionally, the price will probably rise as more organizations acknowledge XRP's value, which could result in a significant price spike. Therefore, now is the time to pay attention, regardless of whether you currently own XRP or are just starting out in the game. Given the bill's legal clarity and the robust institutional support that is already being shown, it appears that XRP's time has come. XRP is at the vanguard of this financial future. Disclaimer: this movie is solely meant to be informative and instructional. It isn't financial guidance. Before making any investing decisions, please conduct your own research and speak with a financial advisor.